Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I hope everyone can hear me okay because they have all of the doors to all of the theaters open and everybody can hear every movie that they walk past. I have Indy 5 to one side of me and another movie, I don't know what the hell it is, to my to my other side. All right. I hope everybody can see and hear me okay. I hope everybody is having a good day and that they're staying cool because it's nearly 100 degrees here and I am surrounded by a sea of people wearing pink. And I am not just talking about the girls. I think all the people going to see Barbie are going to be in for a rude awakening based on what I've heard about that movie. Um, Today, I saw Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, starring Cillian Murphy, and this movie is a cinematic achievement. It is hands down one of the best movies of this year, if not the best. It's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen, period. Um, the acting here is outstanding. There are going to be multiple acting nominations for this movie. It should be easily nominated for Best Picture. Um, the movie takes place. I'm going to move here. Um, the movie takes place over two time periods, and damn it, Indy, you are loud. All right, the movie takes place over uh, two time periods. Oppenheimer's life leading up uh, to the creation of the bomb and everything that happened afterward. And this is how he went from being the hero in the eyes of a lot of people and then pretty much getting shoved under the bus after. Um, Now, one of the things that people who see this movie might be curious about um, is the depiction of the politics of the time period. And I want to stress that that is exactly what it is. It is the politics of the time. So you have to understand that going in. And hello to Words and Pictures. It's good to see you. Um, Now, how historically accurate the movie might be, I can't venture. I don't want to venture a guess. Um, are there things that are accurate? Sure. Are there things that were probably dramatized? For sure. Um, but I don't think it really hurts the movie in any way. It just kind of adds to it. Um, Now, like I said, thank you and good to see you. Good to see you too. Now, like I said, the acting in this movie across the board is excellent. Like I said, there are going to be, and hello to Shirality. Um, there are going to be multiple acting nominations for this movie. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up breaking the record for nominations. Um, I'm not. I'm not yet prepared to say that it's Nolan's best movie, but for me, it might be it's at least in the top two. I'm not ready to put it past Inception just yet, but I might. And this is an excellent movie. I'm highly recommending it, and see it in IMAX. make a point to see it in IMAX. If you can, you're going to watch it. Okay, good. I'm highly recommending it. Um, this is going to be tough for me to decide because you have this towering cinematic achievement that this movie is. And then you have something like Sound of Freedom, um, which is really trying to bring to light something that most people in the world might not be aware is happening or doesn't want to admit is happening, depending on what case may be. You're planning to see it when it comes to the UK. Hopefully it'll be very soon. I'm really, if you pardon the pun, I'm really blown away by this movie. It's excellent. I kind of want to go back and see it again right now. And this is a masterpiece. It really is. And hello to Big Al Presents. All right. I don't even know where to begin. So you had a blast. Yes, actually, I kind of did. Just go see it. I don't know how to put it any simpler. Seek it out. Go see it on IMAX. See it often. Thank you. I needed it. I needed a haircut because my hair, not only was my hair getting a little long, but like I said, we're in the middle of a heat wave here right now. In my area, we've had temperatures that are nearing 100. So hasn't been. I wouldn't advise staying outside for very long, but there we are. All right. Just to go back to the film for a minute. This is, as I said, a cinematic achievement. Technically, across the board, it's excellent. Nolan was able to keep the budget down. Nolan was able to keep the budget down because there's very little, if any, CGI in this movie. Everything is practical. It is a character drama. There is a lot of dialogue, but it's very good dialogue, and you can actually hear it this time around. Anybody who's had any sound issues with Nolan's previous films, it's not a problem at all in this one. Now it's not the music doesn't go over the dialogue. It doesn't outshine the dialogue. Speaking of the score by Ludwig Göransson, again, excellent. He will be Oscar nominated for this. As like I said, with the acting, Cillian Murphy is fantastic. So is Robert Downey Jr. So is Emily Blunt. David Krumholtz, remember his name. Matt Damon is very good. Everybody's good. This is one of those movies where everybody is somebody. There were actors in this movie that I didn't know were going to be in the movie. that haven't been mentioned or brought up. And um, there's one cameo in particular where I was like, oh, that's, because I didn't see it coming. Let me see. Uh, do I think Sound of Freedom is making money from child trafficking? I don't believe it is. I think it is shining a light on that issue. You know, and it is, and people willing to spend the money to get that word out there. It's a good question, though. I'm glad that somebody asked it. I don't think it is, but some might. You know, um, I would, if there was any backlash, I would expect that to be the case. But again, that's a movie I'm recommending. So now, um, for those that are wondering about the R rating for the film, because it kind of plays like a PG-13 movie for the most part, it does earn the R rating. Anybody who is a Florence Pugh fan, I think you're going to like sections of this movie. Let me put it that way. I don't know what more I can say about it. This movie is a masterpiece. It may very well be Nolan's best movie. This is what he has been working towards, making movies like this. There are a few people out there who seem to still understand what makes a good movie. And Christopher Nolan understands what makes a good movie. The cast of this movie understands what makes a good movie. The technicians behind it understand what makes a good movie. Shirality is saying, where does the money go? You'd have to ask. Shining a light. What can me or you do? It's the elites doing these horrible things with children. I've already been down to Pizzagate. Yeah. But yeah, child trafficking is something we should all be concerned about. It is a problem that affects every country. It's something that it should not matter what side of the political aisle you're on. So yeah, so I guess that's two movies I'm recommending today. But today we're talking about Oppenheimer, and this is a movie that I am highly recommending. Go see it and see it often. See it on IMAX with the best sound that you can find. Alrighty, I am going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank Shirality, Words and Pictures, and Big Al Presents for being here in the chat. I want to thank everybody lurking in the background. Hello. Everyone who watches this movie later on a delay. And thank you once again, Words and Pictures. All right. There's another movie before I go to, I do want to bring up that I got reminded of while watching Oppenheimer, and that was The Imitation Game. The movie about Alan Turing. And Robert Oppenheimer and Alan Turing were very much their own men. And they helped to win a war. And they both got screwed over by their countries at the end of it. And so that's something to kind of remember. you know, there will be people who will want to tear down heroes. And Robert Oppenheimer was not a perfect man. Um, but he didn't deserve the witch hunt afterward. Um, Tony Robbins, because the sound of freedom, you get some sense of. Okay, I don't know anything about that. You'll have to ask. Um, I don't know. I don't know much about Tony Robbins' past. The fact that he was a motivational speaker from the '80s. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Um, take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win. Go see Oppenheimer. Give it a thumbs up.